Welcome to ECO 501 Managerial Economics, BRAC University, Spring 2021, Sections 1 and 2. Today is basically our introductory class because in the first week we basically introduced ourselves, and also I had a technical problem. I was asked to do this course at the last moment, and then what happened, this thing happens in all semesters, and that is that there are some late registrations. They missed the first class. So some of you did miss the first class, but you didn't miss much. So this week we start, and these lectures will be uploaded in my BRAC University YouTube channel, which I'm going to share the link right now. So welcome to the course. Hopefully, when we end this course, you'll see that this course has been more of common sense than anything else. So let us start sharing the slides. Okay. Now, so we have 501, Section 1 and Section 2, and this is Spring 2021. So in week 2, we just revisit some things we said in week 1. Some of you may have not noticed. Video lectures will be uploaded by 2 p.m. each day of class. And during the class at 6:30, we will be discussing or revisiting the topics. We expect that you look at the videos before the class starts. The class is basically a discussion class, but if we have to revisit the topics altogether, we will within that 3 hours. And please subscribe to my BRACU YouTube channel and press the bell for notifications. Let me show you the. So this is my BRACU University YouTube channel. My name is there, Asrul Islam Chaudhry, and you just subscribe to it and you press the button, and then you'll be able to get notifications of any videos that have been uploaded. Apart from this video channel, all videos and links to the videos will be uploaded in the Bux platform, and reading materials, as long as they're not copyrighted, they will also be uploaded in the Bux platform. Those that are copyrighted material, I will be sharing through email. And lecture sheets and everything else, these will be uploaded in the Bux platform, and also I will also send them by email. And if there are further changes or notices, they shall be shared via email and in Bux. And in each week, you will see multiple videos, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, etc. Because usually we can't do long videos, so that's why I'll be breaking them down. So let's start with the simple question, what is managerial economics? The title of our course. So managerial economics is basically an economics for managers. Managers means people who will take decisions in a business environment. So basically, managerial economics is an applied branch of economics that uses tools and techniques from economic theory to enable business managers to make better decisions and understand the environment which they operate in. Now, if you look at the slide over here, decisions and environment have been bold, underlined, and italicized. What do we understand by decision making? We understand by decision making not that what you and I are doing, but what we are expected to do. When we use the word expected to do, then what we are trying to do is we are trying to find that we are in a particular environment, what is the best thing to do? The moment we use the word best, that means there are some rankings in the process. If this was the best decision, there was a better, there was a good, there was a bad, there was a worse, there was a worse decision. Lots of options were in front of you. Now, how can you, being a clever person and using the terminology of clever as rational, make the best decision or expect to be the best decision? The next key word that we have underlined here is environment. What do we mean by environment? By environment, we mean that, for example, if we are operating a business where tax codes are lenient, then our decision making is in one way. If we are operating a business where tax codes are stringent, they're tough, then our decision making will differ. Let me give you a simple analogy or a comparison or an example. When a father makes a decision as the head of the family, the father or the mother operates in one kind of environment. As a child or as a member below mom and dad, if I make a decision, I'm operating in a different environment. I have to take into consideration certain factors which my mom and dad may not be taking into consideration when they make their decision. So in this course, we basically will try to analyze how a good decision is made or what is expected in a good decision, number one. And as the environment changes, how does that influence our decision making? The next question is, why should we need tools from economics? We need tools from economics because of all the social sciences, of all the sciences that have analyzed human behavior, two sciences have stood the test of time. A, economics, B, behavioral sciences, or what we call psychology. So this course is basically going to be highly influenced by tools that have stood the test of time in economics, and if possible, we'll look at some behavioral tools. Now the textbook for the time being is going to be Economics by Joseph Stiglitz and Carl Walsh, 4th edition 2006. Unfortunately, after this edition, Stiglitz and Walsh, they didn't update a 5th or 6th edition. Nevertheless, the things that they're going to discuss or they have discussed in this text are very much set in stone. So we don't need to worry about an updated edition. Why have I chosen Stiglitz? A, our audience here is not pure economics. Some people have had an economics background, other people have had no economics background at all. The whole class or in the two sections are from different backgrounds. That's why I decided to choose a textbook of an author who can write in popular language. Stiglitz, besides winning a Nobel Prize in 2001, alongside George Akerlof and Michael Spence, is also a prolific writer of books and also newspaper columns. So Stiglitz knows very well how to throw something to an ordinary audience or a non-technical audience, to be precise. That's why I've chosen this book. Now, let us look at the basic definition of economics. As you can see over here, I've written Stiglitz and Walsh, page 44. So you go to that reference, and on page 4 at the bottom, most probably the second last paragraph, at the beginning you'll see this definition. Economics studies how individuals, firms, government, and other organizations make choices and how these choices determine the society's uses of resources. So let's break down this definition. We have four institutions here. Number one, individuals, whom we will define as households. Number two, firms, whom we will define as sellers of the business community. Number three is the government, the public sector. Number four is organizations, which for the time being we'll be assuming that they're not government organizations, i.e. not the public sector. So in general, how do these four groups make choices? When we ask the question how these groups make choices, we are using the word how they make decisions. Making a choice and making a decision are synonymous to each other. Then, once we make a choice, how does this choice influence our environment? The second key term that we mentioned a little while ago. So the key question is, who is making the choices? Is it the individuals and the firms under a market setting that we will be emphasizing on throughout the whole course? Is it a government that we won't be looking at, but we will try to shed light on it? Or is it an organization outside the public sector? Then the next question is, how is a choice being made? That means a choice can be a bad choice, a choice can be a good choice. So what are the characteristics or properties of a good choice? This is what we will try to analyze. And then what are the effects of choices? Once we make the choice, what are the effects? So this is the end of part one. In part two, we will start looking at this definition in more detail, in the sense that we'll look at 5 concepts: trade-offs, incentives, exchange, information, and distribution. So we meet in part two, which closing part one over here. Thank you.